Today we're going to be doing one of my most favorite things. I guarantee you won't need to eat another potato chip once you taste these kale chips. So this is a two-part process today. We'll be making a sauce first, and we'll blend that in the Vitamix, and then we will massage the sauce into the kale. And we'll get that going really well covered, and then we will place it on our Excalibur dehydrator sheets and bake it in our dehydrator. And so this will still be a raw product when we're done. It'll never be heated over 115 degrees. And you'll have the most amazing, nutritious, healthy snack at your fingertips. So let's get started with the sauce. So what I've done is taken a cup of cashews and soaked them overnight, so they're very soft and pliable, and we're going to put those in the Vitamix. And again, when we're loading up harder products, it's a good idea to start with our liquids first. So this one calls for 1/4 cup of water. I'll put that in the bottom. And then it also calls for a splash of lemon juice. So let's get that out of the way now as well. We'll go ahead and put our cashews in. And you can change this to your liking. You can do 1.5 cups if you like. And if you want to just save a little bit on calories, you can do less. It calls for a red pepper. I didn't have red, so I'm using the orange. And I think it'll still give it a nice flavor. What it does is it gives the sauce the sort of nacho cheese colored flavor. And this is nutritional yeast, and that was 1/3 cup. And then we just need to add your seasonings. So real sea salt to taste. And of course pepper. It calls for garlic and onion powder, but that really is to taste. So I'll just do garlic today. And then it calls for a bit of cumin as well, so that I'll put in to taste. If you want it spicy, you could put a dash of that jalapeno relish that we did earlier. And you can also add cayenne pepper. I'm going to leave the cayenne pepper out today. And we want 4 teaspoons of olive oil. And then we'll blend it. Make sure you got your lid on secure. So now that our cheese sauce, that's what we like to call it, because when you taste these, you'll see that they taste like Doritos. So, and you can blend this longer and have it a little bit less gritty and thick. You can really just have fun with these recipes and make them the way that you like them. But the nutritional yeast is the thing that gives it that cheesy flavor. So, and when I do this, I usually spend hours scraping that out of there because I don't like to miss even a drop. But, so today, we'll just go ahead and get our kale ready. So I prepped the kale ahead of time, and you can really use all different varieties of kale. I just grabbed what my store had in organic and on sale. Clean it, make sure you devein it, get that thick band out of the middle, get the stem out of the way, and throw that away because they don't taste good at all on the chips. And cut it into bite-sized pieces. And basically from here, and this is just a few leaves, I'm just going to make a small batch today. You wouldn't need very much of the sauce. I'll save this sauce and freeze it for another day because I already have a bigger batch going. So once you pour it in, you just begin to massage it. So how do you know when there's enough on there? It really, truly, it's an experiment. And if it doesn't quite cover well, you can add a little bit more. I think for the 4 leaves that I had, really the amount I just poured on is probably fine. But you want to take a good while, because sometimes the nacho cheese sauce gets sort of stuck on maybe 1 leaf, so you want to move it around a little bit. Make sure it's evenly coated front and back. And next, we'll prep it onto these dehydrator sheets. So now it's time to get the chips on the dehydrator sheets. For these, you just basically open them up and spread them out so they have room. And we'll just do one sheet now, and then I'll show you the finished product so you can see what they're like. You do want to try to get as many of them as you can on the sheet. Most models have 6 to 8 to 10 rows in them. So depending on the model that you have, you might have to push them a little bit closer to each other. And as you're bringing them out, if you see one that needs the nacho sauce a little bit more massaged in, you can take time to do that. So next, we'll load them up in the dehydrator and show you the finished product. So it's time to make the magic happen now. I've got the dehydrator out, and depending on how much you've made, I usually fill this up. You just go ahead and slide your trays in, and we're going to set it to 115. That's the heat temperature. And the unit I have in front of me here is the Excalibur food dehydrator. They come in lots of different models. This is a very, very, very basic model, but they have ones that have timers on them, and they can get quite fancy. I know they have good models on sale from time to time for under $300. So I'll turn that on to 115. I usually put it on at bedtime and let it run overnight. You check it in the morning, and if they're still too moist, you let that run for a little while longer, another few hours or so, and you basically take them out to taste. And when we come back, we'll show you the finished product. So it's time to do our taste test. So we'll pull the finished product out, and if you've done a good job at dehydrating it, they're pretty thick, and they're easy to hold on to and not too breakable. And what we've done is we've gone ahead and finished up a whole batch. So I'll store these in an airtight container and then just have them as a snack. And then the rest of the cheesy nacho cheese sauce we'll just store in the freezer for the next time Kale's on sale or the next time the crop comes in. Thank you for watching and having an interest in healthy food. We'll see you next time, and we'll be working on smoothies.